It's time for Giants Kickoff, brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
The Giants embark on their first playoff appearance since 2011 as they take on a familiar postseason foe in the Green Bay Packers on the road at historic Lambeau Field after a 19-10 victory in the regular season finale over the Washington Redskins.
This is it. We got 1 week or 5 weeks. You know, that's how I look at it, you know, and you put everything into it because this is what we all wanted to do in the beginning. This is why we play the game, to get into this tournament, you know, to get to the Super Bowl.
All right, how you doing, everyone? I'm Russ Salzberg, and welcome once again to Giants Kickoff, brought to you by Toyota. Our pregame look at the New York Football Giants as they now enter their playoff matchup with the Packers.
And I'm Duke Castiglione. Thanks for joining us as the wild card G-Men, with a regular season record of 11-5, take on the Pack from Green Bay, winners of the NFC North Division.
That's right. You can catch all the action from this weekend's NFC wild card matchup, Giants-Packers from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Sunday right here on Fox 5, beginning for you at 4:40 p.m.
These two teams met way back in Week 5 with the Packers winning 23-16 at Lambeau Field. The Giants are hoping for a different outcome this time around, having won playoff games in Green Bay in both 2007 and 2011 on their way to Super Bowl championships. Here's a closer look at Sunday's contest and our game day preview.
Game Day Preview brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda, now at your Honda dealer.
I think, you know, you need the best to come out in critical moments, and these are the critical moments. So we got to, you know, play our game. We got to play smart and just figure out a way to get a win.
Two-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning is postseason tested, but many members of the Big Blue are experiencing the NFL playoffs for the first time.
We got some leaders that's obviously been there before, and they just keep letting us know how intense it's going to be. Every snap, every play, everything's going to be at an all-time high, so I'm excited to be a part of it.
One Giant chomping at the bit for a taste of the playoffs is standout receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
I'm excited about the opportunity to even be able to play in the playoffs. For me, it's like, I feel like I've talked about it for years since I've been here, and it's finally here. I'm just trying to hold it all together and just, I don't know where I'm going to be at. I know I'm going to be very amped up and very excited for it.
The highly touted Giants defense will once again have its hands full, trying to contain a red-hot Aaron Rodgers and a Packers team that has won 6 straight games.
That's the job. We try to get them uncomfortable so we could take advantage of it. And that's the biggest key. I mean, just keeping him contained and keeping him inside the pocket so he doesn't have those chances to escape and look downfield and make those big plays like he do.
I get everybody actually pumped up, man. Going against a guy like that, knowing what he's able to do with the ball in his hand and the weapons that he have around him, get everybody excited.
Weather may play a factor in this game, with temperatures expected to feel like single digits at kickoff.
I think it says to make 17, feeling like 9. So we'll be bundled up. We'll be fine. I know as an offensive lineman, no sleeves, so we'll make it happen.
Victor, what about the weather?
Who cares? It's a playoff game. We don't care about the weather. It doesn't matter what that is. We're going out there to play a football game to win and to keep our chances of winning Super Bowl alive. So the weather isn't anything we're concerned about.
Sounds good. All right. This game pits student against mentor as Giants head coach Ben McAdoo goes up against the Packers' Mike McCarthy, the man he served under for 8 seasons before coming to the Big Blue. Here's my conversation with Ben in this week's Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner, brought to you by your Tri-State Ford dealers. For great deals, visit tristateford.com.
Ben, this is your 17th game of the season, but the first in which, if you don't win, there's no tomorrow. Does that make preparation a little more difficult?
No, it's no different than any other week. We have to prepare so we can go out and anticipate, execute on Sunday, and be ready to adjust.
No secret, it's expected to be ice cold in Green Bay, single digits. But for the players, is it a case of, if you will, mind over matter? If they don't mind, it won't matter?
It'll be good for us. We enjoy the elements.
Do you have to prepare differently because of the elements?
No, we prepare the same. You know, it's probably a little harder at practice to handle the cold than it is in a game, but we'll be ready for the elements.
Now, Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is red hot right now. Does that make your key to beating the Pack rest on the shoulders of your defense?
We'll see how the game unfolds, but we're confident in our defense. Great defense travels, and we feel we have a great defense. We have to earn it with the way we prepare this week, but we have to play good complementary football in all three phases.
What is the key to beating them?
Well, again, I think you go back to complementary football. You have to create some field position. We need to score touchdowns on offense, possess the ball, own the ball. On defense, we need to stop the run first and make it one-dimensional, and then let our guys play.
The Packers secondary is a bit banged up right now, but their defensive front gets after the quarterback pretty good. How do you counter that?
Yeah, they do a great job getting after the quarterback. They do a nice job with line stunts. They're well coached. They're forcing some turnovers too, so we need to win our one-on-one matchups, and when we can help, give a little bit of help. But you know, at the end of the day, we have to win our one-on-one matchups.
I know you faced Mike McCarthy during the regular season, but what's it like for you going in your first playoff game as a head coach against your mentor?
Yeah, you know, that really doesn't have anything to do with the ball game. We're focused on our preparation right now, and it'll be a good physical battle on Sunday.
And finally, Ben, you've said time and time again this season that you have players of high integrity and character. Has it been that way from the get-go, or has it been a bit of a work in progress?
No, absolutely. We've had a great locker room right from the beginning. They bought in, they work hard, they like football, and that's a great place to start.
Still to come on Giants Kickoff, brought to you by Toyota. Paul Perkins went over 100 yards in his first NFL start. How the Giants rookie hopes to keep that positive momentum moving forward into the playoffs in this week's Player Profile. Then our Giants insider Paul Dottino on what Big Blue needs to focus on in order to contain Aaron Rodgers and the high-powered Packers offense. Next. Giants Kickoff brought to you by Adorama, official electronics retailer of the Giants.
I'm Odell Beckham Jr., and you're watching Giants Kickoff on Fox 5.
Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, welcome back, everybody. He is the only Giants running back to eclipse the century mark in rushing yards for a game this season. The Giants' number 28, Paul Perkins, is the focus of this week's Player Profile.
Player Profile brought to you by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.
So, Paul, in the final game of the regular season, you get your first start as a pro, rush for 102 yards. Explain to me your whole experience.
Definitely throughout the week, I was feeling pretty confident. Then once game time hit, you know, instant nerves. Just going out there, getting the feeling that, you know, I'm starting the game off. Hearing the crowd noise, you know, knowing the defense is ready, licking their chops to get at me. So it was an awesome experience, but, you know, I'm looking forward to, you know, improving.
What impressed me about your 102 yards last week was that a lot of them came after contact. Is that something you pride yourself on?
Yeah, definitely. I come out here every day before practice, get my legs going, go on the sleds, and then just, you know, just working on it, trying to make a point of emphasis to, you know, get yards after the initial contact, and you know, really strive for those extra couple yards, so you never know when it's going to matter.
Now, you come from some pretty darn impressive bloodlines. Your father was a pro with the Bucks and the Colts, and your uncle, Don Perkins, is a member of the Ring of Honor for the Dallas Cowboys.
Man.
Do you feel you were destined to be here?
Man, yeah. So our lineage is just blessed with just athletes all around. So cousins play basketball, my little brother plays football. So it's just kind of in our blood to just do above average things, and going to the pros and making it this far has definitely fulfilled that role.
Let's go to this week. First playoff game, Green Bay, legendary Lambeau Field. Talk about your emotions and what you're feeling right now.
Right now, I'm even keel. You know, I'm pretty calm guy throughout the week, but you know, once the game starts getting closer and kickoff starts to get more imminent, I think I'll probably hit more nerves, and you know, you just need that first hit to get out the way. So I'm looking forward to the first hit and continue with the game.
Now, your Uncle Don there played in the famous Ice Bowl, Cowboys-Packers in Green Bay, like below zero, and he was the leading rusher in the game for 51 yards. You gonna ask for some advice how to deal with the cold?
I definitely ask him how he managed to get through all that. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how I adjust to this cold climate. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
All right, joining us to talk about Sunday's all-important wild card matchup with Green Bay is Giants beat reporter for WFAN Radio and our Giants insider, Paul Dottino. All right, Paul, the Packers are red hot. They've won 6 straight. Aaron Rodgers is playing lights-out football. What is the key to containing them offensively?
The first thing you got to do with Rodgers is you got to keep him in the pocket. I mean, this is a guy who back in October against the Giants had an average of 3.3 seconds per pass attempt. That's because he buys time with his legs, moving usually horizontally. So the Giants must close the pocket from the outside to make sure he cannot get that extra time to throw.
Offensively, what do the Giants need to do to win this game?
They've got to get that run game going once again like they did against Washington when they ran for 160 last weekend. Look, that would be great. I don't know if you can expect that kind of yardage again, although the Pack has given up a lot on the ground. I think if they just have balance, 120, 130 yards, and keep the pass-to-run ratio pretty much equal, that's going to be the kind of game the Giants have to win it.
Paul, temperatures expected to feel like single digits at kickoff. How important or what factor may weather play in this?
Well, you know, we know that both Eli and Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball well in cold weather. They've proven it many, many times before. The question then becomes your receivers. Are they going to catch that hard rock? And they're going to tuck it away? Is it going to get pulled out? Those are the issues you want to look for in the cold. I don't think the quarterbacks are going to have much of an issue.
For you, what is the key, the deciding factor in winning this football game for the Giants?
For me, it's pretty easy, Duke, because as I look at the matchups up and down the line, it looks to me like the Giants are even or plus in every one of the facets of the game except for their offensive line against the Packers' defensive front. That's the one place where the Packers have a huge edge. Unfortunately, that is the one place where if it collapses, the Giants winning this game may be hard to do.
Still to come on Giants Kickoff, brought to you by Toyota. The Giants honor a local high school football player who represents the best of the best, both on and off the field of play, with the Heart of a Giant Award and this week's Giants Among Us. Plus, we test the members of the G-Men on their knowledge of the NFL team that calls Green Bay home. Our trivia challenge, Know Your Foe, still ahead.
I'm Damon Snacks Harrison, and you're watching Giants Kickoff on Fox 5.
Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
We've grown a lot. I mean, we've gotten the run game going in some ways, and just continue to get better. You know, the pass game's opening up too. We're hitting some deep shots. So those are two things that we've kind of changed.
Sterling Shepard there talking about how Big Blue has changed since losing to the Pack in Week 5 by the score of 23-16. And you can catch all the action from this weekend's rematch, Giants-Packers from legendary Lambeau Field, Sunday, 4:40 p.m., right here on Fox 5.
In this week's Giants Among Us, paying tribute to a tri-state area high school football player who exemplifies the best of the best, both on and off the field of play, with a prestigious Heart of a Giant Award.
I'm humbled to be here today to honor somebody who is so special, who represents what it means to have a heart of a giant, truly on and off the field. You know, somebody who's resilient, somebody who is a man of character.
Mahopac High School's Charlie Burt is all that and more. An offensive and defensive lineman, he also served as a team captain. Born without his left hand, Charlie never allowed physical obstacles to stand in his way.
Ever since you're young, people give you that little look like, oh, he can't do this. And I say, yeah, watch me.
You have to look in the face of adversity and say, no,
I will accomplish my dreams no matter what you think.
Off the field, Charlie volunteered in several charitable activities in his local community.
Please help me with a round of applause for introducing the Heart of a Giant Award to Charlie Burt.
In front of a packed auditorium at Mahopac High School, Giants running back Rashad Jennings presented Charlie with the award on behalf of the Giants, the Hospital for Special Surgery, and USA Football.
Charlie's a special cat. Charlie just leads by example. He's not a sayer, he's a doer.
He was nominated for the honor by his head coach, Mark Langella, who saw all the required award attributes in his senior player: commitment, teamwork, will, character, and dedication.
He's the first to get to practice, he's the last to leave. It's just amazing to see him at work.
Something his parents have seen in him for a long time.
He works so hard. He loves this sport. He's been playing since kindergarten. The sport has taught him so much about life, and it's just his passion. And to be honored and recognized by this is just really special.
I've always been a stubborn person, never letting anybody say whatever they say, just putting me down. I just always bounce back up and keep going.
He was always the kid that when there was no one on the field, he was out there. The lights were going out, Charlie Burt was still flipping tires.
As part of the award, Mahopac receives a $5,000 grant for athletic equipment. In addition to the hardware, Charlie received a personal message from another player who has overcome obstacles to play the game he loves: Giants defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul.
Congratulations on your Heart of a Giant Award. You've been doing a great job, man. The dedication, everything that you've been through. You're a true inspiration to me and to all others.
This has been so unbelievable. Such a great experience in my high school career, and I can't wait to take that to college. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Still to come on Giants Kickoff, brought to you by Toyota. It's playoff time. Russ and Duke with their picks for Sunday's wild card matchup with Green Bay. Then we put the members of Big Blue to the test when it comes to their knowledge of the Packers.
I'm going to go with B. Cheeseheads.
Know your foe is straight ahead. Giants Kickoff brought to you by Ticketmaster and the NFL Ticket Exchange, the only official ticket exchange of the NFL.
Hi, I'm Victor Cruz, and you're watching Giants Kickoff on Fox 5.
Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
It's been great. Coming to work every day has been fun. The guys, the atmosphere is unbelievable. The coaches have been great. So I really just want to keep this thing going, keep winning games. And obviously, Giants have had some success up there in Green Bay in the playoffs. It's going to be a cold game. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, it is now time once again to challenge members of the Big Blue on their knowledge of this week's opponent, the Green Bay Packers. So here's our latest edition of Know Your Foe.
Know your foe.
The Packers have played in 5 Super Bowls. How many have they won?
I want to say they've won all 5.
4.
4 it is. The Packers took their name from which of these? A, Indian Packing Company, B, Wisconsin Meat Packers International, or C, Cracker Jack and Pack Limited?
I'm going to go with B. Cracker Jack.
A, Indian Packing Company. True or false? Packers are the only community-owned franchise in all of American professional sports leagues.
Yes, I'll say yes.
True it is. The name of the Packers head coach is?
Mike McCarthy.
The Packers' home, Lambeau Field, is named after their founder, player, and first head coach, Earl Lambeau. What is the nickname he was known by? A, Mo, B, Larry, C, Curly, or D, Shem?
C.
C, Curly it is. The Super Bowl trophy is named after this Packers head coach, who was also an assistant with the Giants. Don't be looking over there.
Who is... I think, I don't know. I think it's Vince Lombardi, but could be wrong.
Speaking of Lombardi, he played his college football in New York for A, the NYU Violets, B, the Fordham Rams, or C, Yeshiva Rabbis.
The
NYU Violets.
I think it's Fordham, right?
Fordham it is. True or false, before joining the Big Blue in 2014, head coach Ben McAdoo was an assistant with the Packers for 8 seasons. True or false?
True.
True it is. Packers fans are known by this nickname.
Cheeseheads.
Pleasure doing business with.
Know your phone.
Well, Russ, I believe the Giants continue their playoff road win streak since 2007, extending it to 6 straight. I have Big Blue winning on Sunday, 24-17.
Well, Duke, for me and for Eli Manning in particular, this game is a case of been there, done that, having come away with 2 previous playoff victories in ice-cold Green Bay. So I'm going to agree with you, Duke, and say third time is a charm. Giants win it by the score of 27-23. And, folks, you can watch all the game action right here on Fox 5 Sunday, beginning for you at 4:40 p.m.
That's a wrap on our Wild Card Weekend edition of Giants Kickoff. For our entire Giants Kickoff crew, I'm Duke Castiglione.
And I am Russ Salzberg. Have a good night, and be sure to have a terrific Giants football Sunday.